Hello, fellow manifestors across the globe. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So listen, I want to explain a very specific concept in Neville's work, but that can be used by anybody in the manifesting world. And we're going to drill down into this concept because I think of people, when they hear this word, they ironically assume about assumption. And that is his concept. Right? We get into the state by assuming the state. But what does that even mean? So let's talk about assumption first. So assumption is, right, making an assumption about something or someone, an event, a moment, a past experience, whatever it is. You are expecting certain things. Hear this, right? An assumption, at least in its surface level understanding of the word, is really an expectation, right? I assume it's going to be cold outside because there's gray clouds, right? I assume that when I press the button at the crosswalk, that it's eventually going to show me a green little man that I'm going to walk across the street on. Do you hear that? So assumption is expectation, but assumption also is about past experiences. And this is very key, by the way, because once you understand this, this gets extremely powerful and you can actually turn this into a technique. And of course, as you know, in my channel, I'm all about techniques. This is not about, let's just talk about this academically or even just my own experiences, but actually giving you tools and strategies, right, that are science backed. So let's go back to this. Okay, so using the example of the person pressing that nice little annoying button at the crosswalk, I almost said crosswalk, sounds like a meal. But anyhow, so you're pressing the button, you expect it, you assume it's going to work. Why? Based on what? Your past experience of pushing that button and it working, right? Your past experience of the weather eventually might rain because based on your past experiences, it's gray clouds, and that means it's going to rain eventually, right? So again, an assumption isn't just I'm assuming, it's I'm expecting based on a past experience, okay? So why would Neville then say, hey, you should use assumption as a way to get into the state? And remember, a state is what? A body of beliefs that if you keep repeating harden into fact. Another way of saying his phrase, harden into fact, is it becomes a perceptive lens, right? It becomes a way of seeing the world, but not just seeing the world. It's that you are convinced that that way to see the world is the right way to see the world. Hence why it hardens into fact, right? So again, it's very, very important that we don't just take Neville at surface level reading, okay? A lot of people do this and then they get tripped up. A lot of people do this and they get frustrated. A lot of people do this and they don't manifest what they want, right? So Neville is, again, giving us technique after technique after technique, just sometimes even in just one word, like this word assumption, okay? So why would he then, somebody who for sure defends the idea that we're always living in the present moment and here, talk about the importance of assumption as a way to get into the state? Well, when you look at his other ideas, then you actually begin to understand that he's created a powerful technique ecosystem, okay? How? Well, that takes us to the states akin to sleep. Now, again, if you're new to that, all that is the ability to go into your mind or your imagination and create a scene. Okay. Now, the scene is there as a technique to get you into the state of the wish fulfilled, right? You have a desire, boom, you want to be fulfilled. Okay. So that is now also the main thing here is to recognize and remember that if you have a desire, it comes with its own fulfillment. It comes with its own solution. You don't have to go around searching for one, create one, find it. It comes with it. How? By assuming the state of already having it, right? So Neville actually uses the word assumption as a solution, okay? So that's part two, an understanding about his kind of approach to what assumption is and what's happening when we assume the state. We're going to come back to this because I still really want to finish what we're talking about. My goodness, man. All right. So, right. So back to this idea of assumption as an experience based on a past event, okay? So states akin to sleep is where we actually start modifying this, okay? So again, because states akin to sleep are all about memories. They're changing the memories. They're modifying the memories and the way in which we experienced a past event, okay? Not only the past, though, because we're creating into the future now, okay? But pretty much everything we're doing is a form of revision because we're taking any thoughts that we're experiencing now, which are all predicated on the past and past experiences, and changing them now. But the only thing that's changing is ourselves. We're changing ourselves. We're becoming, right? We're becoming what we want to become to have what we want to have. Okay? Are you with me? So, all right, back to this idea. Assumption is an expectation. And I know I'm repeating myself a lot because I really want you to hammer this home for you. So expectation, or at least, sorry, the surface level understanding of assumption is based on your past experiences. But now we're going to use Neville's technique of the states akin to sleep, or just call it imaginary scenes, right? Creating the imaginary scene from the first person, right, of something that you want, right? Or let's say you want confidence or whatever. So you're actually using the states akin to sleep as a way to create a new memory. This is going to be the positive memory that you're now going to point to. Why? Because what did we just define assumption as? You're assuming something based on a prior experience. The state akin to sleep is now going to be your new memory. So you're going to use that to create the assumption. Okay, are you with me? So you're going to create that to be the new assumption of I get what I want. I'm a master manifester. I got the house. I received $100 today. I received a compliment today, right? Whatever it is, I had a great date night with my SP. Whatever it is that you want, you're now creating a new assumption by using the states akin to sleep, right? Because again, remember, most assumptions are based on what? Prior experience. I know I'm repeating myself, but I really want you to get this. So again, assumption is boom, right? We're now creating an assumption not based on a past experience, but on the future experience that's going to materialize in your world. Got it? So remember that. But then also assumption is a solution. If I'm assuming the state, then that means I am it. I already have it. Whatever I want is fulfilled. So then what does that mean? So to assume the state also, and this is the third level here, to assume relief. Okay, Neville calls this Sabbath as well, but to assume relief. And I'm going to go into a much deeper video, by the way, on what the Sabbath is. There's way more to this, and it has to do with agricultural cycles and understanding stuff in the ancient language. So, again, back to this. Third level, right? Second level, solution. Third level, relief. Okay, so most of Neville's concepts aren't just singular, meaning, oh, I know what assumption means, right? And this is where people trip themselves up because they think, oh, I know what it is, because they hear the word and they go, and they think of it like a word in a dictionary. And that is a major problem with most of what Neville's writing. He's writing with, ironically, with the assumption that we know this, that when we go in and read his work, that we're understanding it from a much deeper level. Okay. This is why many towards the end of his career started falling away. And he realized this as well, because he was talking at the level of the soul, not the level of the mind. Okay. So again, assumptions are three things. All right. So again, it's altering the pattern of your current assumption, which is, I don't have this, to then become this. Right. But then how do you become it? Well, that's when you use the state akin to sleep. Okay. To now change your assumption to, I always get what I want. I have what it is. Right. Then you also recognize that assumption is you being the solution by becoming the solution. And then third is by you feeling the relief of already being, which is the person who has whatever it is that you want. So then that is ultimately what assumption is. So assuming the state isn't just, I'm assuming that I'm happy. I'm assuming that I have the house. I'm assuming that I have my SP. No. That's the surface level. And can you manifest ever from doing that? Yes, 100%. But if you want to get better at this, if you want to take this to the next level, this is where you have to go, right? So again, Neville has created an ecosystem with what he has done here when he says to assume the state. So I hope this is helpful. Hope this is powerful. If you're looking for more coaching, if you're looking for more clarification, you're looking for more encouragement, or even a powerful supportive community, definitely click the Discord link on my profile here on YouTube and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and get in touch. All right, much love to you guys. Be safe.